Should I leave a small balance on my credit card? Today I'm going to break down in detail, like the facts about not only how to get the card, every piece of credit that you have been totally misled on. I promise you. So this is get a pen and paper again. You should probably just get a journal about everything I'm doing. We got a lot to talk about. So there's 5 things I'm going to talk about. Number 1, how do you even qualify for your first card at 18 years old and do it right? Number 2, how to choose the first card, which one should you apply for? Number 3, how to actually maintain and get that good credit that you're going to need for the rest of your life. Number 4, the best strategies to avoid paying interest. And number 5, which is really critical, do you ever shut those cards down, and when is it appropriate to shut a card down? Because there are people out here on the internet saying you should not have cards and you should pay them off and cut them up, and that's totally wrong. You'll destroy your credit. So let's begin. How do you qualify for your first card? Well, I actually think that at 14 years old, you should start being taught about credit cards. And you parents out there, yes, you're going to get the card because you have to be 18 to have one, and you're going to get a small limit. You could even get a secured card, but start at 14 giving your kid, right, a credit card. Number 1, it's a safety measure. If they're out there, they have an emergency, I don't know, they didn't have their lunch food, they didn't have whatever they needed. It's a safety precaution in my mind. As a single mom, it's really important. But it's a small limit. They can't spend more than, whatever your limit is. Mine's $300 in a month. And we know exactly how that's going to be spent. We've already talked about it. Some of you might think that's too high, then make it smaller. At 18, how do you qualify for your first card? It starts with the application. Believe it or not, you have to declare income. I don't know how many people blow their first application by saying, I'm broke, I don't have any money, I can't do anything, I'm a student. You're not going to say any of those things, right? So you're going to start learning to make money. And even if you say you make $8,000, $12,000, remember parents, you can pay $12,550 before the kid has to pay taxes. So start at least with that. If the kid puts at 18 years old, no income on that application, they're going to get disqualified. They're not going to come back properly. So I'm not saying lie, I'm saying play the strategy. The system is right here for you to do it right. Also at 18, for those of you, that really want to do it right, you're going to get incorporated. So I'm not going to get into that today, but I do want you to go to my search bar up above, and I want you to type in living corporate life, why get an LLC, how to do tax deductions. I want you to type that in and really start studying. And while you're there, just subscribe, put that notification button in, be with me 5 days a week. Let's get financially literate together. 10 to 15 minutes a day is all I'm asking, and I want it every day. So let's get the kid a qualified card properly. Now, for you parents or young adults out there, if you've already blown your credit, call our office. We have an amazing credit repair team, and you're just going to have to start with your own personal credit repair. But your company can get credit too. So when you think about, well, what card should I get first? I'm a huge fan of, believe it or not, American Express and Discover, because they have a lot of reward points. They can keep their interest rates really low. If not, I mean, most of you can get interest-free payment, like 0%. For 21 months. And if you don't know how to do that, again, call our office. We'll help you figure that out. It's just not a game to just go to the internet on some simple.com and hope that you're going to figure this out right. The application has to be right, the cards you qualify for, and get as much as you can. But again, that's going to be associated to the income. And if you started a business, those of you that are adults, it drives me crazy when you say, I've just a business startup, I make no income. Why are they going to give you a line of credit? So if you're working with us, you're going to have a revenue model. So what are we revenue modeling for? $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, right? You might not be making it yet, but you need the business investment. Smart card companies know that, right? American Express is known for helping small businesses. They have a great program. Even Visa and MasterCard, they have good programs. So look at where you are, what kind of income you have, and what you think your needs are going to be. And again, really look at the reward points. I mean, if you use, say $5,000, $10,000 a month on a card, pay it off every month because your company's making $30,000, $40,000. Do you know how much that adds up to? That's hundreds of thousands of dollars in points for travel, hotels, and other things that you might want to be, using your rewards for. So number 3, let's talk about your proper credit. How do you get it and maintain it? And remember, we have 2 things we're always talking about in my conversation. Your personal credit, which is against your Social Security number or your ID number in any other country, and your corporate. right? So at 18 years old, right, you're living in our world. I want you to get an LLC or an S Corp. We'll help you decide which one. Don't run out to a .com and start getting corporate credit. I mean, we have clients that have been with us for 5-10 years that have 5 or 10 companies. So can you imagine they have their own personal credit and all these lines of credit because you have different levels of income. Even if you just own rental real estate, that should be in its own company and you should have the associated credit attached. So how do you maintain proper credit? I'm actually going to read. It's quite a list and it's shockingly different than you think. All right. So number one, ideally to maintain proper credit, you ready for this? You're going to grow, not immediately, but you're going to grow into 6 to 7 credit cards with revolving lines of credit. Again, you're going to use credit cards, pay them off every month, right? Use those reward points. It helps your credit. If you use your debit card, even in your corporate accounts, you're taking money straight out of your bank account. Why not use somebody else's money for 30 days? Again, use debt wisely, right? Keep it as low as your interest rate. Pay it off on revolving lines as fast as you can, or just, I mean every 30 days, just have it set up that it gets paid. Credit cards, again, they're an option for short-term loans. What I love credit cards for proper use of credit is for rehabbers. I love it in the real estate space because you can buy a house, you can actually pay vendors with credit cards, you can go buy supplies with your credit cards, direct sales companies, if you needed to do some training, you can use credit cards. I can kind of go pretty wide on how to use these credit cards as investment cards, as startup capital. It drives me crazy when I'm on these social channels and you say, well, I don't, I have to have money to make money. No, you don't. You can use investment lines, but you do have to make money, right? At the end of my recording today, I'm going to give you tickets to an event where you can get free leads and come and make some money. So stay tuned. A few other things for proper credit. I hate the word budget. I want you to forecast. So really organize your spending, right? And make sure that you have enough that you can pay those cards off so you keep the interest low and you keep your credit high. As far as transfer balances, you're going to have to get some advice on that. There's actually softwares where we can plug in your numbers and our experts would tell you, do you need to transfer? Sometimes you need to transfer because they just won't come off. Sometimes those 21% interest rates and you're just going to have to slowly and very strategically offload those. So again, if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe before I tell you the final 2 points. And please share this with other people. I mean, you're the sum total of who you hang out with. So if you're getting interesting financial opinions from friends and family, get them on this channel. Have conversations every day about money. You've got to grow these little money muscles. Right now, you got atrophied little guys. It's time to grow up. All of you. So best strategies to avoid interest is to pay them off every month, right? And really watch those balances. If you really got and you're meeting me now and you've got a little ridiculous, you could do some consolidation. There's huge fees involved in that. So I'd rather see you talk to some of our experts about balance transfers and some of those things. And probably the biggest thing to avoid high interest and to keep your credit high, which is shocking, is make multiple credit card payments. So instead of paying on the 1st and the 15th or paying all 4 cards or 5 cards or whatever you have off all in one day, maybe you have 4 cards. Let's use that as an example. So week 1, you'd pay off card 1. Then you start using it again, very slowly and responsibly. Then you're going to use card 2, pay that off on week 2, 3, and 4. So you always have money in the system. See, what financial institutes are looking for is your financial literacy. Really, are you responsible? Are you paying on time? Is there always money in the system? The more money you have in the system that's moving, income and payments, the more credit you're going to get and the lower interest that you'll have available to you. Now, the big one is, should you ever close a card? And the answer is absolutely not. So without expert advice, you just don't go casually close your card. If you actually want to go try it, your credit score could drop as much as 90 points. I've seen it with various individuals. 50 points, 70 points, 90 points will drop your credit score by just casually closing them. So at least use them in small amounts. Like you don't have to use, thousands and thousands. So maybe one you use for gas, one you use for food, one you use for other home supplies, one you use for business, your corporate cards for your corporate supplies. So use your cards properly. Really be responsible if you think you're going to close them. Call our office, talk to our experts before you do that, because I don't want your credit score tanking. So again, if you're enjoying this, let's stay together. Let me mentor you. I want you to go to the link below and take my financial personality quiz. It's going to take about a minute. It's going to put you into 1 of 4 categories. And then right following that, I'm going to send you out an application to talk to one of my team members one-on-one about where you are financially, whether that's credit, whether that's more money you want to make, investments, whatever you want to talk about. And then from there, we're going to hand you 2 tickets to my event. I do it every 3 weeks. You can come get free leads. You're there to make money. It's a 7-hour marketplace plus 6 hours of content, the Millionaire Intensive that I teach. So please take advantage of my gifts. Get financially literate. We're going to talk tomorrow.